It's the Cable MTG Show.
I think Guide of Souls is more winning than Gut. Gut is very fun, though. Caracas action. A little Voice of Victory. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Lidor. Thanks for $6.90. Very nice. I need a shower so bad. Give me a shower. Good night's rest. Who's this cover by? This is by Ricky Skaggs and Bruce Hornsby. You can smell me from chat. I believe it. I fucking believe it. We had such a nice, pleasant start going, and then we get a hand like this. Should we draft Celestine again? Grab a Bristly Bill here. It's a legend to protect with this Caracas. I'm just very unlikely to play Glorybringer, so I don't think this is like a wait. It's kind of a low risk pick. Yeah, the Virtue of Loyalty and Lion Sash I usually see as like filler, or like Lion Sash as a sideboard card. Sash is good. Sash is a little bit better than Virtue. Virtue's pretty fillery. I'm gonna grab the fetch here. Kind of regardless of what colors we'll end up with. We want this fetch, and Arwen should wheel, If Arwen's not wheeling, I don't want to be in fucking green-white, that's for sure. Maybe we're Naya, Let's take a Bloodbraid here. I'm not super high on Spellbinder. Oh, I probably want Discharge, since I have the Guide of Souls. If I'm going to take a red card anyway. Bloodbraid's so good, though. It's so fucking good. Classic Naya dudes. Yeah, we'll see. Mostly committed to white here. I'd have to, like, not get another white card this pack to ditch white, I think. And even then, the Caracas would still be good, Little staff action. Yeah, I haven't seen Billy Strings either, Lidor. When I saw King Gizzard, like, there were a lot of people in the crowd that had Billy Strings merch on. I was like, oh, did they tour together or something? And then I was listening to my folk playlist the other day, like pretty recently after that, and they were like 3 or 4 Billy Strings songs in a row. I was like, oh, okay. I do know this band, this artist. Was Zoo ever on Vintage Cube, like Kurt Ape and the likes? Not Kurt Ape, but they did have Wild Nicodling for a bit. Sunbaked Canyon versus Chain Lightning. Let's take the Canyon. So this is like not a great start. We only have like 2 first pickable cards here, the Caracas and the Guide of Souls. Mox helps a little. Hoping to wield that Death Grid as champion. Might be kind of unlikely. Just taking the Plateau. Mana base becomes pretty good. Little Athari action, Hello. Is green becoming interesting again because of this Ren and 6? I could try out a Demon. It's been like kind of okay for some of my opponents. Could just take Lantern. A lot of times white is naturally kind of good against Reanimator. But that's because of like playing a bunch of exile effects and stuff that we don't currently have. Yeah, it feels like red's been very hard fought over. The threats in red are so good. Kill quickly and draw cards. Do everything. How's the spider dude? Ademi? He's fine. Well, now we got a reason for red. Just missing it in a Johnny now. Mother Runes is good, but the Mox Sapphire lets us skip our 1-drops. We already have 2 good 1-drops. Probably pick up another good 1 or 2 next pack. Not too worried about that aspect of the deck, but I am worried about late game power. Bombardment does help with that. Alright, we got another Lador request here. Hey, Judgment helps a lot. With our whole lack of removal thing going on. Yeah, give me a Swords and a Parallax Wave. And maybe we'll have something, huh? Oh, hey, the champion did come back. Nice. Pretty stoked about that. I don't think I've heard this Primus track before. But it's from the album Sailing the Seas of Cheese. Dynamo Prison. So Prison's like good with the Guide of Souls and stuff, but yeah. I want a more like mid-chunk. And removal. And Giant's both of those things. Yeah, I like Innocence as a sideboard card. It's not like an insult to Innocence. Sometimes I may neck it. And then end up boarding it out against all my aggro opponents. No Moxen, unfortunate. There is a Broadside Bombardiers. Yeah, Broadside and a Johnny are probably two of the best powerful cards for this deck. Premium picks. And then Parallax Wave would do a lot for us for sure. Man, I don't care about these Planeswalkers at all. Or this Glimmer Lens. I guess I'm grabbing Sacred Foundry. The City of Traders is interesting. I wonder if the Flage is wheelable. Outside chance it is. Like, we got that Sunbillow Verge back pretty late. We might be the only, like, actual Boros drafter. Pyroglyph, nice. Trophy if we get an Ajani. If you can draw the Ajani with the Bombardment and the Bombardiers and get to do the thing, you have a very high chance of winning, that's for sure. As far as an individual card flipping the table, though, I think Parallax Wave would be. The more creature-oriented the cube gets, the better Parallax Wave gets. You could grab Witch Enchanter here and, like, add more value to the mana base. The issue is we're currently short permanents, so picking more lands doesn't seem correct. Let's take the Copter. Hey, there we go. Now we only need like 3-ish cards. Feeling a lot better. Does the average cube deck beat Vivi Cauldron? The standard deck? Yeah. I don't think it's particularly close. Modern decks. It's more interesting, I think. I would guess the average modern deck beats the average vintage cube deck. But the average vintage cube deck beats the average pioneer deck. I'm gonna grab this Winds. Eagles are interesting because they do pitch to Solitude. A little bit better than the Solifont. The Metamorph got better with the Pyroglyph pickup. Hey, there we go. City of Traders is good for like ramping out Athari, and it's pretty bad with the rest of the deck here. Not a lot for it to do. You think Modern and Pauper are close in power level? I disagree. Modern's fucked up. You think any format with fetch lands is going to beat a format without them? You think the average pre-modern deck is beating the average 93-94 deck? The average old school deck? Kind of don't think that's the case. I'll play the Oliphant too. It's good with the converter, huh? Gets another card in the bin for the Flage. Thank Omnia. They seem like they'd be a very fun live show. Oh, it's Vintage Cube Shinning. Every hand can always lose. I was gonna metamorph Ocelot Pride, but should probably get that Jace out of the way. We had a 17 damage next turn by metamorphing the broadside. And then having one of them sack a 1-drop and the other one sack the other three. I'm not quite in the mood for this one. Always in the mood for this one. Bombardiers is indeed cracked. Yeah, there's a lot of fucked up shit all at once, huh? Your Elves deck stomped a modern Dredge deck? Yeah, but like, Dredge isn't real, right? So greedy. Give you all the loving. Save some for the next person. Like, you could play elves in modern if you really wanted to. There's a reason people do not. Oh yeah, there's always gonna be the case where you'll have a good matchup here and there, spread out, because the decks are designed for a different format. But that doesn't mean that like you're gonna do well against an average sampling of decks. That is a different question. Can any deck of X format beat any deck of Y format? Well, yeah, there's gonna be some. Hello. So the max damage is jumping the Gao. I think that plays into like them having any interaction the most though, because the Gao's the one they want to kill already. I think I'm gonna jump the guide. They can jump here if they want. Kind of looks like an Odoara bounce. Could be a hard cast snuff out. What Legacy Elves card would make Modern Elves playable? Gaia's Cradle and Glimpse are the two that would be interesting. Gaia's Cradle would see play in more than just Elves, though. I don't know if Natural Order would be any good in Modern. The Force Negation format. If I pitch cast the Solitude, I could activate the Guide of Souls, and then that's 4, 5, 6 double strike. So all of a sudden it's 12, 13 damage. They're at 14. But then they get a Solitude underneath this Dothy is the issue with that. I'm just gonna fucking save the Solitude to react to stuff if I need to. Yep. Not an especially impressive opener, after what we were just treated to. With those turn 1 guide hands. If we're crewing the copter, it could be really sweet. Oh, well, fair enough. Bidding Eagles grows the Evora too. And now the Evora is spitting out broadside fodder. We've got the mana for Athari next turn. Juice Debtors. Yeah, the Mind Collapse and the Wandering Emperor could hypothetically be good here. I'm just going to keep the deck the same, though. Cool that we saw some land cycling synergies. Deck feels pleasant to watch. It's been curving out real smooth. Yeah. Pardon the yawn. I wonder if we're going to end up casting Eagles of the North. Imagine if staff got counters for every kind of counter, for every kind of token, not just creatures. Opponent's got 2 cards in hand. The Copter lands. That's a good sign. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Power Pack, thanks for the $20 donation. Appreciate it. I think this might be my last draft for the night, unfortunately. But I do appreciate it. Feeling a wee gross and a wee drained. Aww. Mana drained? I wish. Hey. There's a real one. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Joshua J. Ventura, thanks for 61 months. You think staff should be modern? It'd be kind of a cool modern card. I don't know how much play it would see. But thank you for sharing. Bye, guide. Just gonna smack in and pass the turn, I think. I don't think they're tinkering, but I do have the priest here. I assume they want to strip mine me. I mean, I didn't make a land drop last turn. Interesting. I guess after tapping the monolith, they're down to 3 mana. They might not want to hurt their own mana base, huh? Yeah, very tempting to try and Council's Judgment to hinder their own mana, but I'm going to run out this Evora. Got this open mana. They don't have a unsummon on board. I'm going to start growing it. Hmm. Kind of an odd little pause here. Yeah, I couldn't tell if they were holding up Hull Breacher or what, so that's why I wasn't getting jammed too aggressively mid-combat. Pretty glad I waited. And then once we drew the Athari, it made sense to bin one of my non-lands. Try and get closer to 5 mana. One's got so much tapping going on between the Frantic Search and the Candelabra. Definitely an Academy deck, huh? Well, no real anti-artifact cards in the board. Not a ton of sideboarding options for us, huh? Yeah, this hand's a lot better if you have a red source. We're still going to keep. Converter can help with that. Possible I'm supposed to bin a plains there and make sure I can produce red next turn. Not the best Emery I've ever seen. Shane Metamorph can't copy the mountain, right? And the mana rock that they played was Everflowing Chalice. Oh man, they can just tap the Emery for the Chrome Mox. Get that Gadgeteer value. Yeah, I really wanted them to pass priority so we could prevent them from getting anything at all. Pretty glad I went with this line instead of play the broadside and the Virtue as a 2-2 line. Because on the broadside would have just gotten shocked there. They might have more shocks, of course. It really does feel like they've got Tidebinder over there, huh? I think I'm going to let the Construct block. You sack here, and they flash in Tideminder and fizzle you. It's pretty debilitating. Retrofitters, a lot of potential blockers. Also grows that construct, Tom. So they want me to tap the Cleansing Inverter to make a treasure, and then sack the treasure to kill the Tishanas, and then they activate Retrofitter, and this becomes a 4/4 and eats the broadside. I would like to kill her Construct, because that's the card I'm the most worried about here. Could just go to damage. Digging for more threats, more critters. How goes the Mouse Hunter tonight? Pretty well. 6 mice. 6 mice in 24 hours is a wild number to me. So 3 to untap, 1 to sack. I don't think there's anything that punishes me with serving with both. Important to remember that the workshop can't tap to activate abilities of artifacts, only cast them. So they're mana short of making a 4/4 here. So now they're going to untap and sacrifice the token that's blocking the Ocelot Pride, I assume. Prevent my life gain, prevent me from generating cats. Saheeli, sure. That I might have tapped the workshop for. That's all the workshop can do, right? Interesting. For this trade. That is jumping. Cool. Even better. So the Ocelot Pride's going to attack them. Well, maybe I'm a liar. Ooh. I'm gonna get so many fucking tokens here. Well, our board's safe against Portal. The upheaval's in their graveyard. Yeah, that's about what I was thinking. That's about how I was thinking that was going to wrap up. Alrighty, friends. I am going to take out a little early today. I've got some stuff I need to prep before the rest of this CubeCon week. And I want to get a nice dinner and rest and everything before it starts tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing an early stream, probably starting around 10 Central Time. James Megabonk, something kind of mindless. Before I play Cube all week. Don't want to, again, drain myself. It should be fun. I'm going to be doing a lot of streams right after the con. I'll be doing these like 4-hour streams, which are like short, but I'll be able to share. I'll be able to talk about like the cubes that I drafted and stuff. I think that'll be sweet.